So I guess we have to talk about flat Earth.
Do we really have to?
Well, it's a thing, and it's my show, so yes.
I mean, it's not like all of the space programs are fake, right?
No, how do we know?
Yeah, how do we know?
I'm open to it.
Me too.
Is any of it real?
None of it. But don't tell anyone, okay? Wait, you're not recording this, are you?
Did I tell you about the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app?
We know. We know. Everyone knows. It's everywhere.
Yeah. This is just a trick, like everything at NASA. But you know what isn't? Flat Earth. Oh, shut up!
If you're not moving with flat Earth, then you're just standing still. Got that?
Flat Earth. Again. Why can't we seem to get rid of it?
Because it's probably true.
Go to commercial.
I think if people want to investigate flat Earth, they should be able to without censorship. Do your own research and always ask questions.
If you're not fighting for flat Earth, then what are you fighting for? To victory!
Space, the boundary of human achievement, the new frontier.
It's just a cough.
Yeah, right. And the Earth is flat.
In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
Hold on. I know how we're different. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know it's flat. I walk on it.
Holy sh**.
Do you think the Earth is flat, Snoop? What do you think?
It's a flat world after all.
Smoke weed every day.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship currently at war with mainstream science. Meanwhile, the peanut gallery, well, he's under tornado watch yet again. So what do you think? We should probably just say he's dead. Peanut might be dead.
What? not peanut butter.
No, he's not. He's going to be up in the upper right-hand corner. If he comes back during the show, that's fine. But assume that his house has been destroyed and he has been swept up into the sky, never to be seen again. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger in fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark. If you can't find it, you're just not very good at the internet now, are you? Currently, the show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. And yes, Carolina, but it is not March 10th, 2026, otherwise known as the future, otherwise known as Act 3, otherwise known as Anything Goes, America 250. Yeah. Then you are listening to a rerun. Don't forget the show can be found on BitChute and Brighteon, Rockfin, and Rumble. YouTube is not the end of Flat Earth. It is just the beginning. Quote of the day goes exactly like these 5 things from Life's Little Book of Instructions. Ready? Here we go. We're doing them all till the world ends or until I run out of book. Number 71, learn to make something beautiful with your hands. That's nice, isn't it? That's poetic. And yeah, our guest tonight definitely makes something beautiful with his hands. I cannot claim credit to that. I don't do pottery. I don't paint. I don't play a musical instrument. I don't know what I do, other than being the best possible person I can be. Number 72, give to charity all the clothes you haven't worn in the last 3 years. You know what? That's actually pretty good. Yeah. If you haven't worn clothes in the last 3 years, get rid of them. Donate them to charity. Absolutely. Unless they're, special edition stuff, limited edition stuff. Number 73, never forget your anniversary. Oh, wow. That's mostly for men. Men, never forget your anniversary.
Yeah. Your wife won't let you.
Your wife won't let you. And if she does, you're doomed. It's over. You are freaking screwed.
Sleep with one eye open.
Exactly. Number 74, eat prunes. Okay. You got to remember this list was made in 1940. And they didn't know much about health, about anything. It's like, but prunes, apparently that was good for you. Why? Fiber. Keep yourself regular. Eat prunes.
I'm not there yet, but okay.
Hey, what's that? Eat prunes. Yeah, that's true though. Prunes, that's old school.
Prune juice.
Yeah, prune juice. Number 75, last one. Learn to ride a bike.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know what? That applies. You really should learn how to ride a bike. Bikes are fun. Bikes should be part of your childhood at least for a little while. If you don't want to ride them later, like I don't own a bike. I haven't owned a bike in years. But yeah, there you go.
I remember when I learned to bike, I was like, look, Mom, and I'm going and going. Then I immediately hit a car and fell over. So, hi, Wayne. It was one of those moments.
I'm a big believer in signs and wonders. And when I moved to Boulder, I bought a bike immediately because Boulder, Colorado is a huge biking town, right? High elevation, Olympic cyclists. They train in Boulder, Colorado and the surrounding area. And I got a bike and I didn't even get 100 yards from my house and the front wheel flies off. Brand new bike. It goes rolling into the intersection and I'm going, yep, that's all I need to see. So that's God saying, yeah, you know what? You go out on the road, you're probably not coming back. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Let's just nip this in the bud now. And I returned it immediately. And that was it. I never bought a bike again.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yep, never did. My co-host for tonight, well, I only have one co-host tonight because the other one may or not be 6 feet under. Well, no, the funeral service hasn't happened yet. Right next to me, the always delightful DJ Curious. What's happening, DJ?
What is up, Strange World? Woo! Woo! I'm happy to be here. Should be a good night. Looking forward to seeing Steph. So yeah, how are you? How are you guys doing? Should we shout out the chat?
Yeah, shout out the chat. You can rattle off some names.
You got the Flat Mama, Half Tater, Truth the Nader, Sue Finelli, Tony Coriolis. What is up? DH Osh. That's another Flat Mama out there. Adam Barlett. Who else we got? Mayushi baby. Oh, I love her. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? I said Half Tater, Special K. Jack Frost is in the house. Mr. Elaine Michael. Oh, look at all. It's the lovely bunch of flatties inside tonight. International Truth Expo. Shout out to you, Carol K. And that's pretty much everyone I see right now. Sebastian, shout out to you. Dat Nodi, that was a hard one.
Yeah, you know, what I'm going to do is if I ever have to read off the chat, what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to do the numbers. That'll make it easier for me because the numbers throw me. So I'll just read off the name as best I can. If I screw up the pronunciation, you know what? I'm not backpedaling. I'm not going to spend time and go, I am big guy 1047, you know, whatever it is. Just not going to do it. Remember, the best way to find other Flat Earth members like yourself is to get the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Yeah, it's cheap, it's easy, and you can use it to convert others into the great and powerful Flat Earth army, like DJ and Peanut and the people in chat and our special guest tonight who we're going to bring on in a little bit. And yeah, all those people.
Yeah, cancel yourself, like I say. That's my.
There you go. There you go. Cancel yourself. I don't know what you're worried about.
Deleted.
You do not have to cancel yourself. We'll see. You know, Emma Stone's got her her Oscars coming up with her Flat Earth ending for Begonia, and I'm still waiting for a shout out. Anyone knows Emma? Tell her to shout me out somewhere on the red carpet. Shout out Mark Sargent. Shout out Flat Earth. Something. Just shout out my name. That's all I want.
Right?
I want a little credit.
Timothy Chalamet shot himself in the foot this week. You know, there's more chances it's going to go another direction now.
What did he do recently?
Oh, you know, he just said that nobody cares about the ballet or opera. So he kind of put a foot in his mouth.
Oof.
I know. He's like, I want to do things that people care about, you know, not like ballet or the opera. I was like,
learn your
Oy. I know.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I am
all the other Oscar contenders are like, excellent, Smithers.
Yeah, I am so biased against Timothy because of the Dune thing, which is I was a big fan of the original Dune from 1984. You know, the casting for the new Dune was fine. Special effects were great, of course, but the 84 had so much personality. And I just loved it. I again, if you've never watched the original Dune from 1984, which was supposed to be a two-parter, but the studio backed out, so they crammed everything into one movie. Watch it; it's worth it. Oh, so sleepy because it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast. It's time to say goodnight to one of our listeners, Paige. She just put on her 1977 Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels pajamas. Wow, that's sad that I remember those vividly. Not the pajamas, but that show. And got a cup of cocoa with exactly 6 tiny marshmallows, and we'll probably listen to the playback in the morning. Good night, Paige.
Good night, Paige.
Our background for this evening is not surprising. Well, that's surprising. Move that out, and now we go back to it, which is Bigfoot and Stephen Carpenter. Right there. There's Stephen. And Stefan's not the one with a lot of extra fur. I know they look similar, but it's not. Stefan's the one with the sunglasses that they're actually on.
I didn't even think of that, but that's funny.
What, you didn't pick up on that?
And it wouldn't let you animate, right?
Well, it did, but it wouldn't animate them. It would only animate some of the letters. It absolutely froze the two of them in place. And I'm a little surprised it did it at all, because I think the only reason it didn't was because of the sunglasses. Because you know, with sunglasses on, it kind of messes with the filter. Filter.
Yeah, well, if you can't tell, it kind of looks like Harry and the Henderson, I guess. But he's got a guitar in his hand, so I was like, you know, who's gonna rock out with Steph this time?
There you go. Yeah, I like it. I if I get a chance after the break, I do have one animated version, but you're not gonna be impressed. I was like, really? And I ran it like 3 or 4 times. Like, really, AI? Sometimes you're great, and sometimes you are not. Steph's in the green room, by the way, and he'll be back soon enough, which is good because we still have some stuff to go over. Let's see. Hey, DJ, do you happen to have any night vision things next to you?
Why, yes, of course.
You get back to your camera.
Good, everybody. Don't leave your post, man.
Ooh, discover night vision watching techniques. Go to watchingangels.org. You know, I like night vision, and if you want to check out what's in the sky for real, pick up some cheap. I mean, these things are what, $100, $100 and change. They can record. They don't blow up if you run them during the daytime. They're just regular long distance photography. It's great. Check them out if you get a chance. Watchingangels.org.
Very cool stuff.
And if I didn't live in the Northwest, I'd use them a lot more. I was living in Colorado still. I'd be using them all the time. All right, shout outs. Obviously, Flat Earther Stephen Carpenter, the Deftones. Check him out on Oh wait, where's my sticker? Check him out on Be Real TV. Yeah, there he is, Stephen Carpenter. doing his thing. Yep. And the Dr. Green Thumb show. Check him out on that. Of course, he's also our special guest tonight. Also want to mention, if you are curious about, not DJ Curious, where is it? Nathan Thompson is selling flash drives. You want a Bible and science flyers, he's selling those as well. You can email Nathan. If you want information, seriously, he's got some stuff for you. Check him out at flatearthflyers@gmail.com. I'll make the promo for this tomorrow anyway. Or you can just call him at 949-424-4437. That's Nathan Thompson. He's got flash drives. He's got flyers. He is a huge flat earth debater. He will go against anybody. He's fantastic. Love him.
Yeah, go check it out. Enoch of TikTok also. So he's got a lot of great stuff on there. So shout out to you, Nathan.
Yep.
Keep up the hard work.
Okay, meetups. Oh boy, we got 10 of them so far.
Really?
Yeah, here we go. All right, all these promos are on my channel right now for Flat Earth meetups. And some are coming up really quickly. The others are going to be later in the year. Georgia, March 15th. Minnesota, March 21st. We might as well call it the Flat Earth Meetup Tour. Tennessee, March 21st and 22nd. Pennsylvania, April 4th and 5th. Fresno, California, May 17th. Colorado, June 19th. Missouri, June 20th and 21st. Michigan, July 18th. Utah, August 8th. And Texas, November 14th and 15th. However, I know eventually, hopefully, we'll get the announcement. I think in the second part of the show, we'll have an announcement about the International Truth Expo, which is also going to be in November. All right.
That's going to be a good time. I can't believe it's already coming back around. That's crazy.
Well, it is, but come on, we're in the second week of March. We got some time.
Yeah, we do.
We're not. We'll get some time. Okay, so mailbag. As you guys know, you can mail me things, not just email me, but you can mail me things at 2125 Myres Lane, Langley, Washington, 98260. That's Washington State, not Washington, D.C. Right? That's how you know it, because 98260, that's West Coast. Okay, so first off, I want to thank Ronnie from Alaska. Ronnie, you've gone above and beyond. This would be goodie box number 3. As you can see here, it says bar cookies cut into squares and enjoy. And she put polar bears on the front. Very nice. Thank you, Ronnie.
That's cool.
I've already cut them into sections. They were in a fragile box. They did take a little bit longer than expected to get here, but they're good. I already had some. Delicious, wonderful. I will have some more later. It's going to take me a while because this had to have been, good Lord, 2-3 pounds worth of bar cookies. So that's kind of cool. All right. The weird gift of the week goes to, yep, you guessed it, Christian from Vegas. Christian sent me a metal tin, which I thought was going to be chocolates. Why? Because it's got chocolate. You even left the chocolate stickers on the box there, Christian from Vegas. All right. And it's got some dents in it. Good thing you sent it. So why would he send it in a metal tin? You know why? Because he sent me rocks.
What? Like pet rock? Like what?
No. And Christian's either going to, hopefully he's listening in chat. You're going to have to look for me, DJ, because I don't have chat up, or maybe I'll look on the screen. He sent me primitive stone tools. This one weighs probably 4 pounds.
Is that like a guacamole grinder?
Well, that's just it. I don't know. I mean, it's not, they weren't cheap. I'm not going to tell you the price. I mean, it says that it's a primitive stone tool, that it's a excavate and something groove axe. It's a groove axe. Right.
Ooh, that's cool.
But I don't know what era it's from. I don't know what civilization it's from.
Actually, I like it. It's pretty cool.
I don't have any context. Thank you for including the price tags. So it's like, okay, he sent me rocks, which is cool. I mean, that's really, really nice. And he also sent me a smooth one, which didn't say what it was. But yes, I imagine it's the same sort of era. It is a stone tool of some kind. So, Christian, thank you for these. I'm going to have to figure out what exactly I'm going to do with them, because really, essentially, they're paperweights. But I mean, this one weighs probably 2 pounds. And then he sent me a little tiny pipe, but it's only the end piece of a pipe. And I don't know what it's for. I know it's a pipe, but it's like, okay, what are we talking about? Who made this? When did they make it? Why? I need a little more information. You can either email it or put it in the chat.
A little peyote.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Peyote.
I mean, it's obviously, as far as I can tell, it's never been used. But yeah. So how's that for kind of fun? But yeah, definitely the weirdest gift of the week. And my postal worker appreciates all the extra stuff you guys send. So thank you for that, and all the letters and cards and well wishers, and yeah. Okay.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. All right, so I think that was it for that stuff. Before we bring in Stefan, we got a couple minutes left. What do you want to talk about? Did you have any? Do you want something you want to bounce off me? Do you want to talk about current events?
What's going on in the war? What's the latest? Did we figure out? Like last week, I think it was pretty obvious. Yeah, of course we're going to watch the mainstream media, but do we take it at face value? Hell no. We know that they're all like organized and in cahoots, but also we're keeping an eye on what their narrative is, and then also looking into what the conspiracy theorists think is going on. So
yeah. The basically, I'm kind of taken aback because I've never seen. You can remember, I'm old enough to remember the Gulf War, right? The original. Peanut would remember the original as well, back in the early 90s, really early 90s, and that was covered extensively by media because they had reporters on the ground with the troops at all times, during this massive land invasion, and it was running nonstop. I mean, there were hours and hours and hours with barely any commercials at all, and this went on for a very, very long time. So this one is the most media filtered military, or we'll just call it a war, military filtered war I've ever seen in my life, to where everyone's spinning it, and everyone's spinning it so hard. It's like, okay, the Americans have filtered it to death. The Middle East is filtering it on their side. The Europeans, I've checked the BBC and what India's, every country is spinning it their own way. We're never going to get an objective look at what the hell's happening out there at all. All you're going to know is the price increases for certain things over here. It hasn't. I mean, yeah, it's spread. Every Middle Eastern country you can think of is involved in some way or another, or if not, they're going to be. Europe hasn't been sucked into it yet, but again, it's still early. What are we, 10, 11 days? 11 days, I think, something like that. So I wish I could give you an objective take on it other than Iran is the big target, and it is going to be a mess over there before it's said and done. Yes, we will. Oh, there was something I wanted to mention last, which was, of course, a part of it has to do with China. Of course, part of it, and you guys can prioritize it however you want. What's the most important? Who's the top dog in terms of who's calling the shots? Is it Israel? Is it the United States? Is China? What's the role China's going to play in there? It's obvious that the United States is trying to put the squeeze on China, and so they're cutting off all the easy oil. Venezuela was one of them. But the one, I don't know if I told you, DJ, that most people missed it. And it was really, they did the same thing in Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken. The same thing in Venezuela. We just went in and took the Ecuador oil fields. Hardly anyone's reported it at all. And it's like, we're just I was telling someone the other day, I go, we're just swinging at everything. Remember, America 250. We're just going for broke. And do not think for a second that Cuba is off the table. Like, why the hell do we care about Cuba? Well, strategically, it is off of Florida, so we do care. So, what are we going to do there? Yes, will there be ground troops in Iran? If there aren't, I'd be stunned, because you cannot take the oil fields without troops on the ground. You cannot do it. It cannot.
No, why does it seem like all these things get done so fast? I don't know. I find that hard to believe.
Well, that's just it. If nobody fights back, then yes, you can do. Look up the old.
Wouldn't these countries just be like defending that stuff at all costs?
If you're not ready for it, again, going back in history a bit, when Germany took Europe, you guys can look it up. Germany took Europe very, very quickly, because there were countries that just weren't prepared. Venezuela can't defend itself against the United States, not even close. Why even try? They're not gonna fight to the death for oil, their own oil fields. What do they care? They know the stories about America. Ecuador, even worse. Cuba, we have to see what's going on there. Iran, we're basically easing everybody into it, which is we're going to fire missiles until we're out of missiles, and then we're going to use artillery until we're bored, and then we're going to send in the ground troops. It's not going to be like the Iran thing where just this massive amount. It's not going to be Iraq and Kuwait. It's not going to be that. But it's going to be a wild ride. And sorry, one more thing I got to throw out there before we bring in our guest, which is I've been listening to a lot of editorials, and this one I didn't want to discount because I know human nature, which is we're backing China into a corner. Meaning we're squeezing them from a resource standpoint. The United States is. It doesn't matter what the Israel connection. Where it doesn't matter. In the end, the United States we're going to be turning a profit off this, and we're squeezing China in the profit. We're going to be taking things that should be going to China, and it reminds me quite a bit of the Japan thing. You remember we cut off just before Japan went on their tear and declared war against the United States. We cut off Japan's oil supply. And almost like we knew it was going to happen. And so what happens to China? If China's oil supply is severely diminished and they can't get enough from Russia, what will China do? If China's backed into a corner, what do you think will happen? Chat, please let me know. I could probably take a couple guesses of what they might do, because why not? You know, the groups will only go so far when they're between a rock and a hard place. It's like, well, do we have a choice? And maybe that's what we want. Maybe that's what we're going for, because we're thinking, well, maybe we'll outlast China. But yeah, it's a big mess. Don't know. It's still too early. You guys know, in a lot of cases, if you're following the news and some of the forums in the back, you know about as much as I do. Just read between the lines, see what they're saying. One more thing I do want to chime in about, which is, yeah, I would agree that Trump's improvisation of his when the reporters ask him questions on the fly, I don't know what it is about this year, but he is just terrible at answering things. He's really bad. And I don't know why they're letting him go off script. He's just winging it. And so, I mean, he's following a script, but then he goes off and he ad-libs, and his ad-libs are not, it's like, dude, less is more in your case. Don't double up and triple up. And sorry, he does that 2 and 3 word thing where, it's very good. It's very tremendous. It's very bigly, it's very, it's like,
bigly, yeah.
Well, anyway, that's my take. You got a take?
No, I mean, the conspiracy is already swirling that Barron Trump allegedly, invested $50 million into oil overseas. And so, that's where it starts to be like, are they getting tipped off? And then when you see all the clips of all these major news stations across the US saying the same, it's a small, I wish I had the exact word, but it's basically like a small price to pay for a big gain. I think they were saying like, it's a small time, whatever.
Everybody was using that buzz phrase. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is one of the dead giveaways that goes all the way back to, who the first one that found.
Yeah, this is extremely dangerous for our democracy during lockdown. That's what they were saying. Yeah.
One of the first guys that ever figured that out was Conan O'Brien's team, when they were coming up with, they thought it was a funny gag because they had access behind the scenes to the affiliate stations in all these different areas. And they start picking up. It's like, hey, they're using the same catchphrases. And then they put them into a montage, and they actually put them in the show as a gag, as a skit. And they inserted some canned laughter, right? The thing was, the studio audience wasn't laughing too much because they realized the implications, which was, why is the local news using catchphrases? Where are they being fed these catchphrases from? And it's like, well,
because that was one of the cool parts about, social media at the time this is extremely dangerous for our democracy. And then it's everybody saying the same old thing. And I'm like, shout out to all you conspiracy theorists out there stitching that together, piecing it. And then the same thing's happening now, like small price to pay for a huge payout. And I don't know.
Small price to pay for a huge, for a long-term payout or whatever. Yeah. And the variation of it.
Large, whatever.
It is classic newspeak from 1984. A book, which I still to this day, I think it'll go down as probably one of the last great influential books of our time because it aged so well. And, it was written in the 40s. And here we are 80 years later, and it is aged incredibly well. It's scary way. It should be required reading now more than ever. And I know there's some people that don't, but I will take that to the bank, which is like, what was the last great book that was ever written? It's like, oh no, 1984 probably. That and Lord of the Rings, just because it inspired so many different media genres.
Sure. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is good, but it's a little hard read too. A little boring
it's not a light read. both British guys, and Lord of the Rings is dense. It is
all the singing too. You're like, come on already.
Have you ever looked into the Silmarillion?
Oh yeah. So detailed. No, I love Tolkien, but because Lord of the Rings when they came out, that was like one of my favorite movies for sure.
Yeah. Again, it's no small feat to invent basically Dungeons and Dragons and everything around it. You know, the whole concept of fantasy fiction. Basically, he did. Before, and it's like, that's amazing. And
very cool. Well, hey, let's I'm excited for our fabulous guest tonight.
Our special guest. I'm not going to do anything until he shows up on camera. There he goes.
Oh, were you waiting? Okay, got it. He might be just listening in.
Yeah, he's listening. He looks good. All right. So our special guest tonight, DJ and I have both spent time with, both backstage and DJ didn't even go into the crowd. I was in the crowd. He is guitarist for the legendary rock group the Deftones, who have been doing their thing for years and years. And Steph and I are not quite the same age, but he looks better than I. Steph looks great. So let's bring him on. There we go. Steph Carpenter.
What's up? Welcome back to Strange World. Woo!
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hey man, what's the shirt you're wearing? Is that a special?
It's a Halloween shirt. Solid clothing brand.
Nice. Very cool. Steph is down in Los Angeles, California. With DJ's also in Los Angeles, California. I'm not going to give away their addresses because I don't know Stefan's address. Because I tried to send him something and it came back 6 weeks later. It's like, he's not here.
That's crazy.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here.
He's not here.
I love that skit. That was one of my favorites. I used to run that skit all the time when I was a kid.
Did you?
All the time. I loved that record. The Cheech and Chong. It was the record. I mean, I don't know it from any other place, but I would listen to the greatest hit record.
Oh, Cheech and Chong's records. I didn't really. Their movies were fine. But again, people were. But yeah, I thought their records were brilliant.
The records were amazing.
Yeah, the skit. If you guys don't know, if you've never listened to Cheech and Chong from back in the day, some of the best. Well, best. I don't even know if the genre is called drug humor nowadays, but it is awesome. It is really, really great. In fact, there was that. You probably know the song. They made it into a video. I can't remember what it was called.
Earache My Eye.
Was that it? Oh, the riffs on the lyrics and the offshoots. He just nailed that. Absolutely freaking nailed it. I love that song. I put it on mixtapes.
The song's great till today. I mean, it's still great.
Yeah. If you guys have never Earache My Eye, terrible. Well, great name actually, but but it was great. Cheech and Chong. If you've never listened to, in fact, Peanut was here. I'd have him look up the album, but I will. Somebody in chat, look up the album. What album is Earache My Eye on? And
Big Bamboo, I believe.
Is it?
I think so.
And I think the Dave skit's on that one too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dave skit sneaks up on people because you're listening to the first time I ever listened to it, I'm going, where are they going with this? Right. And it just never ends. And I didn't even know if they were got like halfway through the script and they were going, just keep going. Just keep going. So
yeah, Gene, shout out to Gene Edit. He said Big Bamboo.
There you go.
So right on, Steph. That's a little before my time, but I remember my parents talking about it. There, I guess, is there some skit about dog shit?
One of them, yeah, for sure.
That's what I just grew up hearing that skit. Like, what it looked like dog shit. And it's like, well, hey, maybe you should.
Part Labrador.
My mom would do it, and I'd be like, oh, we were kids. We had no idea what it was, and then it's kind of funny.
Labrador? What's Labrador? Oh man, I had to follow around my dog for like a couple days. He ate my shit.
So how have you been, Steph? What's new?
I've been good. No, nothing new. Just the same old. Just working on me and life.
Yeah, you're
Life.
looking good. I recognize the picture in the back now that I've seen the pad. It's been fun to hang out and get to know you firsthand, just kind of off camera and dive into these crazy stuff. So it's great to have you here now, because I think it was a year ago that we were watching you on tour.
Yeah, crazy, right? A whole year has already just flew by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it right now. We're almost done with the first quarter of the year as it is. I mean, March will be done like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I
Yeah,
was looking back at the photos. It was last year at this time. You guys were hustling.
Yeah, I think our tour started literally like last February, I believe. End of January, beginning of February.
Wow.
You've done a few shows this year, and were you overseas?
The band was overseas. I was not.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I only toured domestically. I've elected to not fly or travel internationally.
I don't blame you.
right.
Don't
That's
blame
right.
you. I've been reading way too many airport, that it's getting worse out there in terms of it's almost like they're putting pressure points on the flyers to where everybody's at each other's throats. And you and I are both old enough to remember, it's like flying used to be fun.
Yeah.
God, I missed flying. When you just show up in the airport, nobody gave a crap about anything. Just get on. Let's go.
I took a flight out to New Orleans for New Year's Eve one year, and it was just on a whim. Just had some wild notion about let's go to New Orleans because we can, right?
Right.
For whatever reason, however it happened, I have no clue. But I had lost my ID, and at that time, the only ID I had at the moment that I was using was my passport. So somewhere in my travels, I lost it. I had no clue where I lost it. But I ended up, this was pre 9/11. I got on a flight and used the magazine as ID. Like for a magazine that I had done an interview in. I was like, look, that's me right there.
You did not.
Nice.
I got to and from New Orleans with that magazine.
Are you serious? And the guy,
Yep.
did the guy know who you were?
It wasn't easy. I gotta say, I mean, no one just let me ride on or anything like that, but it worked. I mean, eventually they're like, you know what, that is you. That's good enough. That'll work.
That'll work. That's funny. Well, hey, sometimes it pays to have a little fame there.
Yeah.
What about conspiracies? Any new conspiracies that you're really diving into lately?
Now reality's long surpassed those conversations.
Yeah. I know we've run out of stuff, right?
Yeah.
What else is interesting now? We're like back to normal life.
Yeah. Now you're not special with the wild stories and shit.
It kind of feels good though. I was just hanging out with my dad, and he hasn't really looked into this stuff yet, but he knows that I'm doing the podcast, and he's like, okay, and he tries to listen, and he's actually super supportive, so it's kind of nice. But I'm like, just picture the earth isn't rotating, and now in my mind it's so easy to picture the earth the way that the flat side says it is. It's like the sun and the moon move, and the waters seeks level, and the rivers are flowing from the mountains to the seashore, and I'm trying to explain it. It's just like, it's so natural to me feeling now. It doesn't feel like a conspiracy. It just feels like, wow, this is just, it's so much more peaceful. And he's like, that makes sense. And so it's just wild to see how people are slowly starting to infiltrate,
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, and I've heard you guys talk about it too before, like when you start talking about relationship to God and everything, and how flat earth can bring you to it. And it definitely brought me to it, and in a greater sense than where I was before, all of it. And I got to tell you, I just was talking about it the other day, and I was just like, even though I don't believe in space or anymore, and I laugh at that all the time, you know what I mean? I never lost any love for it. It's always a great concept, and I say, hell, even if I just stay with that belief, man, space makes me believe in God even more, because the fact that we could be ripping through it in 4 different speeds in 4 different directions and collide with nothing, that's incredible. Thank you, God. Amen.
I know space still is fun. I just rewatched. My dad hadn't seen Galaxy Quest, which is a classic, and of course it's
Yeah,
just
we could somehow be ripping all along through it and not collide into nothing, and still somehow bring along all of our satellites with us. That's amazing.
Right. Yeah. I know you got to believe in a lot of things for that model to be true.
Yeah.
And for the stability that we feel, like you said, I look at the Earth as just so much more special now. So I don't really need outer space. And I kind of like the idea of there's even more things, like how intricate the Earth really is. It's so mind blowing. But yeah,
I mean, it again, we could talk about it forever. It doesn't change anything because at the end of the day, it's just something for every it's like all things. It's tailored for you as an individual in this reality. If it's something you're interested in, you're going to go all into it. If you're not, you won't care anything about it whatsoever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The wait a minute, DJ. He never saw Galaxy Quest?
No, he at that time back in the late 90s, he was just working and stuff. I was in high school and I went and saw it with my friends, and maybe I didn't tell him like how great it was, and it didn't really land until years later and became a cult following and a classic.
Oh, it's
is Galaxy Quest the one with Sigourney Weaver?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that one.
Beryllium spheres.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, he got a kick out of it. He loved the Thermians that were just like with their way they talked, and he was loving it.
Save us. Yeah.
We need your help. Yeah.
It was awesome. It's objectively considered one of the top 3 Star Trek movies ever, even though it's not Star Trek.
I love that.
Well, that's how this happened. Actually, my dad really wanted to watch Star Trek 4 with the whales.
Oh,
I had never seen that one.
Really?
I love that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one in the theater.
He goes, it's a great movie, Star Trek 4. And here he is. He knows that I no longer believe in space, but we don't get to spend much time together. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch it, Dad. Let's go watch it. Because I was just curious, what were they selling back then anyway with the plot and whatever. And yeah, it was funny when it's the whole concept of if you're from one place and you go to a whole new time zone or time frame, and they're in San Francisco in the 70s and they're not used to using money or whatever, and they're just like little quirky, like funny scenarios. It was cute.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah.
The whole whale thing was interesting. I don't know.
No, back then, as Stephen said, in the theater back then, Save the Whales was a thing, and and they played on that, and it was a very upbeat, light-hearted Star Trek movie. I don't know how much money they spent because they didn't have to create any sort of futuristic sets. All they had to do was inside of the spaceship, one spaceship, really. So,
well, I enjoyed it, and the whole chick that worked at the Marines, the Mammal Center, and she's just wants to get on the spaceship so bad. She goes to a Galactic Federation meeting, and she's not even phased by the thing with tentacles next to her. She's just was ready to go into the future, not even blinking an eye. She's like, "I got a new job." It's like, all right, this is kind of fun. I liked her.
Sorry, not to go off on Galaxy Quest, but I remember my favorite guy, because he's one of my favorite actors of all time, Alan Rickman, who played
so good
the Spock version. But what made that movie so good, it was not just a great Star Trek parody, but it was a great look at Hollywood making fun of itself. And the serious actors and people that want that they were playing literally. It wasn't like they were just parodying Captain Kirk and Spock. They were parodying William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, all these different people and the relationships. I loved. There was a lot of depth to that movie. So I dug it.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's why I go, Dad, we need to watch Galaxy Quest. That's like my favorite Star Trek spoof kind of thing. He's like, okay. And it just grips you from the beginning. But you're right. I mean, they were kind of doing a play on people who have a one-hit wonder kind of a thing, where it's like Alan Rickman can't take the thing off his head the whole time, his little alien-looking forehead. He just lives with it, even in his apartment when he's by himself, but he just stays in character the whole time.
Yeah, the Shakespearean actor that hates his role, which I think I don't want to misquote, but I think that was a takeoff on Patrick Stewart, who was a theater actor, and he said multiple times like, I hated Picard, and then he just kept getting dragged into a dragon. It is the actor's curse, which is one of those double-bladed things for actors, which was when the crowd loves you in something, that's your thing. That's what they will know you for. And it's like you better get used to it, because you're going to be walking down the street and people will be like, do the line, say the line. poor Gerard Butler has to yell Sparta. I don't know how many times a year, but it's a lot.
Well, hey, does this
Well,
all kind of
that'll go for anyone. You become famous for anything. I mean, that's
Right.
going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. People, you never know what's going to resonate with the public, and when they love it, that's how they identify with you, which is
and you know what? Go with it. Whatever, right?
Exactly. It's like, look, that's why wouldn't you? I know that some actors like, but it's not me. It's like, that doesn't matter. That's what you put out there, so that's what's coming back. And if they love it, then let them love it.
Well, it might not be you, but it's the you that everyone thinks you are.
Right.
But I love he's like, I won't say that stupid line one more time, because it's like everyone wants him to say his same freaking thing that he's known for, which I think happens to singers, and when they have one song that people it resonates, it might drive you nuts over time. But yeah, if you just lean into it, whatever.
Yeah. I agree.
Was it weird for you then, Steph? I've never asked you this. Was it weird to go from not being famous to famous? I mean, how did that change your life in the sense? Was it just weird, or were you kind of fly under the radar?
Was it gradual?
I don't know. It's funny because I don't live like I am right now. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, do I get first, to acknowledge that, I've not seen that away by some? Yeah, no, there's people that see me that way, but I mean, I'm still just me, and I'm just living the same way I've always been.
Yeah, I believe that about you for sure. So, but it was pretty interesting to go from the parking lot.
Except for my diet is way better now.
Your diet?
Yeah, just my diet. I just eat better now instead of what I've in the past.
You are as thin as I've ever seen you, ever. I don't even want to guess your weight, which is now, it's like, okay, now I have to say like large t-shirts, not even XLs anymore.
Yeah, large.
Oh, good.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, looking good.
I've got two.
Thank you, guys.
So,
and for the record, because some out there will say, "He's on that Ozempic." I don't touch no Ozempic.
Oh no. Steph's
that's old dumb.
Yeah. Ozempic. I have seen way too many commercials now for the Ozempic stuff, and I'm shocked when I see the people that's on there. Who's the one? Serena Williams.
Hey, for those who it's a real true for those who it is a true benefit. Hey, you know what?
Sure.
That's for you. That's for you. You need that.
Sure.
But for everyone else, where it's just this thing now, don't even bother with it.
I know it's getting trained to Ozempic zombies. It's a little scary.
Yeah. Who is the the Osborne daughter?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Ooh. She got pretty thin. It's really shocking. So
yeah. So no, Steph isn't Ozempic.
No.
Yeah,
Steph's old school. What are you focusing on now? Greens, fruits?
Really, it's just kind of a ratio, 80-20, 80-20 everything in life. So 80-20 everything to carbs. Carbs are in the 20 range, and if I feel like I'm splurging, 70-30, if I really want to live loose, like a 60-40, but otherwise, I just try to keep the carb intake low.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
Go
ahead.
I
was talking to a trainer recently. He was like, yeah, stick with your complex carbs, like lots of veggies, because it takes energy to burn them, and that will help burn fat, and you'll just kind of, get energy and be leaner. I'm like, okay. So
yeah, that's about it.
My thing when I dropped the weight because of that stupid London interview, which I hate watching. I like listening to it. I hate watching it. Which was it's one simple trick. It's one thing. I literally get on the scale every morning before I take a shower, and I stare at it. I stare at the number. I don't stand on the scale and just glance it away. I look at the number. It's like, oh, okay. And that basically dictates more or less what's going to happen that day. And if I'm, a pound up or a pound and a half up, then I adjust. And I always have that in the back of my mind, because like, okay, I'm not going to cut loose, because I know the next morning it's gonna, the scale's going to look at and just laugh at me. So
yeah, I don't know what my actual weight is at the moment. The last time I got weighed, I was about 175 to 180, somewhere in that window. And, my current weight could be give or take another 5 or, more likely on the gain side of, 5 or 10 pounds. I feel like, the last time I got weighed, it was before I actually started really focusing on an 80-20 percentage. And I think since I've really been living by 80-20, you know, I've allowed the carbs, you know, to steady be around at a smaller portion, of course, but I feel like, you know, my body's kind of full, you know, filled out a little bit because of that.
Nice.
Whereas I felt like before I was really skin and bones for a minute because I was being strict about no carbs at all. And that was like, you know, I was just withering away and doing that.
Oh, wow. Were you jonesing for carbs when that happened?
No, I wasn't. But I mean, no more than I think anyone, you know, if you've been around me, you know, in the last year, you will hear me often talk about carbs and all of us, you know, I liken all of us to being crackheads when it comes to carbs.
Right.
You know, our addiction for that substance, for sugar in general, is immense, and we don't realize how strong that force is on all of us, and all the things we knowingly and unknowingly do to actually consume that substance. And until you actually break free of it, you don't actually really recognize how much it's actually got a grip on you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm only very aware of it because of like I said, you know, really being mindful about every drop of it I'm consuming. It's not, and I gotta say, I still consume sugar in some form, just nowhere near what I ever would have done in the past, and I tried not to do it all, you know, all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's tough though. I've noticed when I try to get off sugar for a while, I'm like, dang, why am I really craving a brownie or some sort of, you know, chocolate chip cookie? I'm like, damn, this is
And that's why I jokingly always, you know, I refer to myself and others as crackheads. You know what I mean? That addiction is that strong.
For sure, yeah. So, well, hey, getting back to some flat earth stuff, I just thought of a question. Have your friends, like, how's Be Real TV going? Anyone else kind of perking up after all this Epstein stuff? And do you have a take on everything? Like, it was kind of big news for a couple of weeks there, but I'm just noticing a lot more people peering into deeper and deeper conspiracies. Have you noticed anything on your end?
My friends have always been into the, you know, all the more interesting side of things, and, you know, stories and all that stuff. And everybody's got their own beliefs. We don't all agree with everything, but, you know, I mean, I think we all definitely have, you know, respect for each other's opinions and perspectives. We laugh at each other, but not all the time. You know, I mean, I think they're a little more open to things like that now than they would have been in the past because of so many revelations in our modern time right now.
For sure. Absolutely. I'm noticing on Instagram, so many accounts are like, if you're not a conspiracy theorist by now, you're, you know, effing retarded. It's kind of like, whoa.
But that's real though. I mean, and really though, we are so far down the line of things that have happened in life that people have, you know, where the story was presented one way, but in fact the story is actually another way. I mean, we have so many of those stories that people are so far disconnected from actual reality. I mean, so far away to sit and try to explain any of that to anyone right now. That's not worth it. You're too far.
Yeah. But this Epstein stuff really helps because it's, you know, there's Bill Gates being like, I was never there, and I emailed myself. And then his wife comes from, she's like, actually, I had to distance myself from the whole foundation and to get away from him. And so it's just like, oh shit. And then he's out there having to be like, well, there were 2 Russian hookers. And it's like, okay, you have to walk it back. It's very Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations. And then here he is being grilled about being on the island, and it gives that same energy of these people have just been lying in our face forever. And so if you're paying any kind of attention, if you've been around 35 plus years, you see the patterns of these lies just coming out, and now it's just full blown open out in the open, and I think it's blowing a lot of people's minds right now. So
yeah, no doubt. I mean, the one thing's for sure is there was a time not that long ago where people were talking about this and everybody was like, shut the fuck up. That ain't real.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I mean, it was not that long ago.
That was not that long ago.
Yeah.
And now nobody's saying that shit.
Exactly. And so how does that's got to be a mind F for my poor friends at the Globe that have just been following this and being like, dude, Artemis is going to the moon. Look at you. You're gonna regret this when they show you the Earth, and then it gets delayed. And they don't come to me and tell me like, oh, we saw it, but I know they're paying extra close attention now. And they're like, they rolled that thing out there, beep, 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 1 mile an hour for a whole day, and then they had to back it up. Beep, beep, beep. It's kind of like, damn, we're playing flat Earth chicken with NASA right now.
You know, one thing that happened for me that was really, made it real and apparent, and I actually overlooked. I forgot about this, from other times I've talked about it, but I mean, right after I come into the awareness of this, and I recognize it and understand it, and I see it to be real. Right after that was when we had that solar eclipse. And I kept showing everybody when it was happening. I kept telling all my friends and everybody, I was like, can any of you guys see the moon right now? Does anyone see it at all in the sky? You should, in a solar eclipse, see the moon come to. I mean, the entire process. It should pass right in front of you the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
And nowhere on any of those does it ever do that.
Oh, that's such a great point. I was out on Lake Havasu the day of the solar eclipse with some friends, and one of them is a biology teacher. And I asked him that morning. So we had all of our glasses. We were all prepared to go see it. It was a perfectly clear day. And I'm like, are we going to see the moon like making its way in the sky towards the sun and then go in front of it? He's like, absolutely. I was like, oh, okay. And so I was being extra on purpose so that the whole group was kind of hearing me be like, ask the question to the professor. And he's saying, like, of course. And so when they came, I was like, well, just playing dumb because I don't want to.
Where is it?
Where is it? Do you guys see it? I don't see it yet. Where is it? And it's like, damn, everyone's crickets, but seeds. You know what I mean? Where they're like, what is going? Because they all knew
that. I often forget about that, but that was one of the things that had happened, like literally right after I had come into that understanding, and I was like, wow. I was like, it's like you should see it the whole time, and you don't see nothing.
It's so crazy. It still blows my mind how, but that's the thing. It's just, this world is under a blanket of deception. So how could it not pull you closer to God? I mean, come on. If they're trying that hard to lie about where we live, that's when I started to see you guys who would talk about flat Earth on the internet. I'm like, I need to freaking be brave for the truth. And
they can't be lying that hard, because I mean, when you could see something like that in your face and you still can't prove it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, people are slowly waking up even faster than ever right now. I mean, it's been slow for the 10-year burn, but come on. I go to all those space accounts and I'll watch the comments, and it's like hundreds of people liking all the comments about it being fake or not going to really happen, or they're going to fake it again, just pushing into the moon landing stuff being fake. And that's one step away from flat Earth, because then you have to ask the question, well, why'd they fake it? Is it because we haven't gone yet? Or is it even bigger conspiracy because we cannot go there? And it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? It's intense.
Well, it's again, as the subject goes, it's one of those subjects where I think most people, it never occurs to them. When they do hear about it, it's easy to laugh off because that's the conditioning throughout your whole life.
Yep.
And then one day you may or may not have that moment where something clicks and you relate, the what you heard or what somebody told you actually happens, and you see it. And that's when you can't you can't unsee it. It's a thing you see, and then you'll never unsee.
Yep. Well, take us back. I know you told the story before on here, but I remember you said your friend had told you about it, and then you didn't make fun of him. You went and looked into it and planted the seeds, and kind of that's what I recall you saying. But do you remember the point where you it clicked in your mind, and how did you feel? Were you like, damn, or did you get nervous?
No. My moment was simple. I had like I said, a friend of mine was initially, it was all throughout 2015. He would bring it up, and really, for about 3.5 months, every time he brought it up, he would tell me and another mutual friend of ours, and I would laugh, and our other friend, he would get upset. I was going through stage 1 of the 3 stages of truth, and my friend was going through stage 2 of the three stages. And Only I had no awareness to these 3 stages yet. I was still in the dark of that kind of knowledge. So anyway, he kept bringing it up. I kept laughing. And after a few months of this stuff, me laughing, our other friend, and him getting into shoving matches, he just stopped bringing it up. No, he never stopped pursuing the subject, but he didn't bring it up. So it was about 9 months or so, close to a year later, and he sent me a link to the video "Flat Earth: The Ultimate Litmus Test" by Marty Leeds.
Right. Yep,
and my initial response when I saw the link was I laughed because that's just kind of how I always had responded to it. Was what my name, how it made me feel, right? But unlike all the times in the past, this time he actually sent me a link to a video where I'd never seen anything on the subject before. It was only a conversation that he would mention every time. And when he did mention it, like I said, I just thought he sounded insane. And but this time I had a link, and we had just finished a tour of Texas that we had been talking about doing forever. We've been talking about doing that for years, and we finally did it. And we were flying home. And so when I got home, I put on the video, and I was in and out of the video while I was doing, laundry around the house and whatever, smoking out because I finally got home to my weed. I was like, yeah. After I had finished watching the video and essentially my laundry about the same time, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch that again this time, but without interruption. I thought it was really good. I was like, I want to check this out again. And so I watched it again. And after I watched it, I ended up sending my friend a little text, and I told him, I was like, hey, man, I stand corrected, bro. You were right. I was wrong, man. This motherfucker really is flat. You know what I mean?
It was one video, damn.
And that was really it. You know what I mean? And then the short story of it after that really is that, I think everybody, I watched every video that was coming my way because, it was such an insane subject and realization. And so I just kind of let it all come in, and that at that time, all the videos weren't being blocked yet. They were still flowing like water. And so I got to take a lot in, and and I was just explaining this to somebody the other day. I was like, there was like a 2 or 3 week period of time where I got kind of bummed. I was just like, man, it obliterated that whole concept of space for me, which was a subject I really loved. The universe was amazing and incredible to me, so much so that even though I don't believe it exists at all right now, I still believe it. Like, I still love it. It is an incredible thing. It's not real, but I do believe it.
Yeah.
And because of just how much it was ingrained. Like I said, there's no way to erase that from my brain.
Right.
But like I said, that part where I was bummed, I was telling people in that time, I was like, I really wish I had, there was like a volume of information that would fill the hole of all the information that just got blown to bits, That, of course, no block of information came to fill that hole. But what did come was comfort, And I tell people, I said, what I really gained, it was that comfort I got in knowing how real God was, and that there was zero threat from space. I don't care what the threat is. It ain't never going to come from a place that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That was how I translated it. That was what, allowed for me to be at peace with it. Now, for anyone else, I don't expect anyone to think like that. And I'm not trying to tell anyone that's what it really is, because I really don't know what it is. You know what I mean? But to me, based on all I've experienced, all that I seem to know, that's what made me most comfortable in what I believe. So this is God's realm. What that means physically, don't ask me. I don't fucking know. But as creation goes, we are clearly in something that is not as it was defined to me as a child. That's all.
Wow, beautiful. I agree. Amen.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, and again, like I said, it's not my position to make anyone believe that it is or isn't. I just for me, I cannot see it the other way. That's all.
Well, I like what you said where you had peace because, the truth, it gives you peace that surpasses all understanding is what truth is, in my opinion. And that's straight out of scripture. And so I kind of find that has truth in that. Just when like, hey, this place is made with intention and there's a plan here. We can talk all day long about who the creator is. But that's not kind of the point of this. It's just that this is a really intricate realm. And I love that we all have our part and nothing's in vain. I don't think anything will be in vain when you look back if you were seeking truth. If that was what you were hungry for, and that's what our conscience, something in our heart, when you get to flat earth, you're like, damn, this is what I needed. And then I can look past. But then you start to have to be faced with how many lies there are. And that's why there's just so many space movies. But I like Mark's clue about taking the imagination and the ability to create, and you give our minds, the human mind, which is made in the image and likeness of God, and just give it give it this amazing lie, what we were able to do with it. Create all these fantastic stories of adventure and heart and love and loss and all of these amazing things that space provides. Now I just look at it like there's a replacement. It's something we don't really know, but it's got to be better than what we can come up with because whoever created this place promises that. So it's all just mind-blowing to me and awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I mean, regardless of the story that's being told, for all those who want to follow in the space story and all the tales that are being told in regards to that, hey man, have a great time. No, really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because where I get set free from it is that physically speaking, I mean, no one's physically done it. No one's physically gonna do it. So, we can talk about doing it for all of time, you know what I mean? But the record will continuously show that we're never doing it. So go ahead, enjoy yourselves, man. Have fun. Maybe one day you're going to get there.
Right. Well, hey, this is what we can transition into. And Mark, are we skipping break today?
Yeah, we can skip break if you want. It's fine. We're on a roll.
To you guys, yeah. So okay, so since we're on this kind of thread, I think we should take it there. Steph knows we talk all about aliens and are they going to fake the contact? And people on the internet are all over Project Bluebeam. But what do you think is the plan? Do you think they have to kind of go, you know what? Let's introduce the creator gods who say they built this place? Is that the angle, or do you think they're going to still try to push space if aliens show up?
First of all, I don't know who they are ever, so they don't mean nothing to me, and we're not gonna. I ain't seen them. They know I'm gonna see them, and I'm not worried about them. Not gonna happen.
Do you think the government's going to fake something?
But they got such a great record of giving us the straight up, right?
All right. No, I hear you. No, yeah, I'm reading between lines. I know. Well, that's where I'm like, where is this all leading? It feels like the internet is bubbling over with they want disclosure. They want disclosure. We talk every week about it now because it's just in our face. And how are they going to do soft disclosure? Are they going to hit us hard with aliens? I mean, we're really curious, what route do you see it going? Maybe you haven't thought that far ahead, but I wonder if they're going to have to implement the firmament is really what I'm saying. Do they have to be like, look, there is a firmament. It's not who you think built it. We built it. I'm like, ooh, is that going to capture the attention of the people? I don't know, but I'm just kind of like, I'm keeping an eye out on all things that are possible.
It's so much easier to explain the firmament if you just accept that you don't have any idea about what it is whatsoever. I can't even imagine what that would be like, trying to lie and pretend you built that. Like, okay, right. Please explain. Show me this. Show me the construction. I'd love to see how you did that shit.
Yes. No, true.
Shit. You know what I mean? Like endlessly, like creating a story that they could never show or never prove. Like, why would you keep doing that? Yeah. You should come up with some things you can prove.
I know. I don't know what's going to, I mean, I look at this like the story of good and evil is unfolding and we're just living through our chapters of it.
Well, let's, if you're going to go on that theme, right? Thus far, the story of evil doesn't know any drop of the story of good and has yet to mention it in any way whatsoever. It'll never tell, the evil will never be the good. It never has. It never will. It just is, and that's, you know, it's again, it's just a force that we define ourselves individually. Like, I don't know how all four of us see that force, or all three of us, excuse me, see that force, you know, individually. You know, I mean, it's pretty much alike, but I know that each one of us probably has our own version of how we see that. So it's hard to, I mean, because we can't define it. You know what I mean? How do we know? It's taking place in so many ways and forms that most of it just doesn't even present itself that way, so you don't even recognize it.
Yeah, I know. Like you said, you can't have the dark without the light, kind of a thing, and we wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to
no,
understand the two
yeah,
without one or the other. Yeah.
yeah, it's a package deal. You get it all.
I was also thinking about that too.
Really just always a matter of what you're going to focus on. You know, I think I'm pretty positive, and I could stay pretty positive lots of times, right? But I'm like anyone else. I got a snapping point. I can be real bitter and salty about anything real quick if I want. You know what I mean? But you know, and it's gonna happen. It's not like I don't have those moments. I definitely have some moments where I'm like, damn, I really wish I wouldn't have said that. Too late.
True. Right. But that's, you know, we're human, and that's okay. There's a lot of it's weird. We do have our emotions that we have to process, and what we expect from people, and things that we are going through, and life being, you know, having its cycle, and we experience that, whether it be, you know, like
I'll literally just circle back to our conversation just a little bit ago where we were talking about diet. If your body is fucking toxic with all this shit in it, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to ever make a good decision. You're poison.
That's a great point. Yeah. So true. Mark, what are you thinking? I got lots of questions, but I want to hear
No, you roll. You know me. I'm not gonna.
Well,
what do you got?
I hear you. Well, is there anything else, Steph, on your mind that you want to share with us? And I think we should open up to the callers, because I bet some people want to reach out
Do
and say
people
hi
have
to you.
questions for Stefan?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Again, like I said, you know, I just enjoy being. I'm stoked. I get to be here on 555. I don't even know what another cool numbers coming next.
Well, it depends. Is
567?
Is 567 good enough?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Okay. 5, 6,
That's not
7.
that far from now. Yeah, I like that one.
After that, that's gonna be tricky. Yeah, it's 12 weeks from now. After that, I don't know what the next one would be. It'd have to be 6 something.
6. It's got to just be 6.
600. Yeah.
Episode 600. That'll be great, because you were there for 500.
Yes.
You were there for 500.
Yeah,
that was the red wedding.
The red wedding. Yeah, the day that will go down in infamy.
Every 100 episodes sounds good.
Yeah. I'll have to look up when 600 will show up, because who knows what's going to happen in that day.
That's a long time. 100 episodes. That's over a year. That's almost just shy of 2 years.
Yeah. Hard to believe that. Yeah. And we have missed hardly any shows. I think we missed a couple because of weather, where like a windstorm wipes out half the population of where I live.
Yeah, no internet.
Yeah, no internet. But I'm now in a place where I have a generator to where I can just kick that sucker on if I have to.
I'm gonna be coming up your way sometime this spring. Tis the season for Bigfoot. It's coming up.
Oh yeah, let's show Steph the backdrop.
And you are in the motherland.
Yes, I am.
You are in the hot zone.
Yep, there are plenty of Bigfoot things tied to the Northwest. No question.
I'll drag DJ along with me when
let's go Bigfoot hunting. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's show Steph the background.
I mean, we're not going to go hunting. What we're going to do is simply just go camping. Bigfoot's going to come to us. We don't have to go to it. It's going to be right there. We just got to go out there and be ready for it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
That was the last they ever saw.
We got to stay in a group. We can't get cut all off individual. I won't get snatched up.
I mean, how cool would it be if they've got like, I don't know, some amazing spaceship or their own base underground? I don't know. Maybe it's like super cool.
Hey, I tell you, I'm sure that you don't spend any kind of time following that subject, but I have now seen my share of the videos, all the documentaries on it and stuff like that. But you know, hearing people's stories, and you know, you'd actually be surprised at the number of people that were not, you know, not just have sightings, but people that got swept away and they were out there with Bigfoot. Like people that had been, like, Bigfoot has saved people.
I could see that.
Yeah, like
Sure.
it's like a protector.
Sure.
Hey, that'd be great. You know,
Hey, it's either
unsung
gonna
hero.
Bigfoot could either protect you or wipe you out. It's one. I don't.
Pull
I
your
think
arms out of their
that's
socket.
yeah. That's kind of like the sketchy part of it. He's like, I don't know, man. What if I find the one that ain't down?
I feel like the Yeti ones are more mean. You know, they
I
got
don't
maybe
know.
red eyes and a little bit
Well,
more
so but
freaky.
I think that's common through most sightings, is that they don't just have the red eyes, that they're self-illuminating. Like there won't be a light shining on them and you'll still see red eyes, like they're glowing red.
If I see some red eyes in the middle of the forest, you better believe I'm gonna be like,
Hey, well, that's, I mean, you know, without going down that subject, because that's not what we're here about, but that a lot of people that have encounters are genuinely terrified. That's all.
all right, so let's pick a place.
That's what I'm saying. We just got to go out to Mark's house. We can go walk around the neighborhood. We'll be in the zone.
Let's go.
I am on a forest island in the middle of the Northwest. So yes.
Yeah, no, that's as good as it gets. They're right down the street from Mark's right now.
Do you ever hear the groan? I hear this the growling. Remember we did that whole episode not that long ago where it's the growling that people hear the most, the groaning and grunting and the roaring.
When we did the Aftershock Festival in Sacramento, then that after the festival that night, we had driven up to Lake Tahoe for to spend the next day hanging out in Tahoe just for the fun of it. Well, anyway, that night I was tired. I was passed out. I went to sleep right when we got there for the most part. I don't remember exactly what time it was.
Yeah.
But my friends, they were up and they recorded some crazy sounds out there, and across the street from the hotel where we were parked out in the parking lot, there's a golf course there. I forgot what the golf course was, but I mean, otherwise you're in Lake Tahoe. I mean, you're definitely in the forest, regardless of whether you're in the town or not. And they played me the recording of what they got. And, I mean, coyotes make, there's no doubt there was some coyotes in the mix, but there were sounds in their recording. If I got to listen to it again, I would be like, I think you got more than coyotes in there.
See that.
Crazy. Who knows?
Yeah, no, it's wild. And that's really what my interest is. I would love to go out there and go with people who could just go out there and sit and listen. I feel like if you just go and listen, you really get to hear some things that you probably wouldn't normally hear.
I'm down.
It's very Blair Witch Project. Okay, so
Blair Witch. Yeah, we know how that ended. So we have a couple.
Oh, that's why we got to go in a group. We can't go by ourselves.
Like, get out there, DJ. I'm like, why me?
What's the line I like saying? I don't have to run faster than the zombies. I just have to run faster than you.
Right. You gotta have at least one trained hunter with us. You never know what crazy animals out there.
Good point.
Bigfoot hunter. Damn.
So we have a couple people in the back room. Carol with a K wanted to come on. I know for a second and say hi because she wanted to make an announcement. Should I bring her on first?
Bring her on.
All right. Let's do Carol with a K. To stage. There's Carol with a K. Carol.
Hi guys. Can you hear me?
What's up? Welcome back to Strange World, Carol. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I don't know why you can't see me, but
that's
okay. That's not important.
Okay. What's important?
What's important is the International Truth Expo is back in Quartzsite again at the QIA.
Cool.
November 13th, 14th, and 15th this year. We're a week later this year.
Okay.
And it's so far the lineup is I'm sure there's more. I haven't talked to anybody. I just found this out today. Right now, Angels of Light is my first main presenter, and I believe Amy Elohim will be back. Also, I think Zen Garcia is interested in coming this year. And we may be doing a calendar summit with possibly bringing Troy Miller back, and not quite sure about that yet, but now that the date's set, everything's just gonna start happening. So I'm gonna be busy from here on, and I'm hoping everybody can make it. I do have a special ticket price for the ticket holders from last year. So anybody that was there last year gets $100 discount. So you're going to be paying $200 for your ticket for a VIP all access pass. You just need to call me right now. The website is under construction, but I'm working on it right now. You just need to call 888-706-8185 to speak to me personally, and I'll get you hooked up with those tickets. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. This time we're going to be bringing back quite a few of the presenters from last year, but to do exhibits and other things like that. We'll have multiple stages this time, and probably not as much rapid fire presentations, but more content.
Cool.
And live stream spots and things like that. So I
I
hope everybody can come out.
I heard a rumor that you were thinking of inviting DJ Curious and that Mark Sargent guy. Can you confirm or deny those allegations?
That is a fact. Yes, I have invited Mark Sargent and DJ Curious back, and I'm working on that. That's coming up. It's in there, but you guys, I would love it if we could do some sort of live Strange World from the International Truth Expo. It would be amazing. I've got ideas.
All right.
You guys kind of already know, but I'd love to have you. And Stefan, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the stickers that you provided for the VIP bags last year. They were the hit of the entire event, and everybody was fighting over them. And thank you so much for those. And I wanted to invite you to come to the International Truth Expo as my special guest. I'm just shoot for the moon and ask you if you would like to headline and sing at the International Truth Expo.
I appreciate the offer. Yeah, no, thank you. I wish I could say that I could do that, but on mornings and I will be unavailable.
Okay.
No. But I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, Carol, anything else before we
well, I just wanted to say I am looking for presenters, and it's going to take a lot to top last year, but it's going to be bigger and better than last year. So if anybody wants to discuss being a presenter, email me at info@internationaltruthexpo.com. And you can also call me anytime at 888-706-8185. And I look forward to it's going to be an amazing event. Can't wait to see everybody again.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Carol. Appreciate it.
Carol.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
It was a great event, and it was a lot of. So if you guys didn't go last year, definitely check it out. It was so much fun. I love being in the desert, looking up at the stars, and we had an amazing time. And if you haven't gone, or if you were thinking about going, definitely check it out this year. It was awesome. So.
Yeah, it was fun. I had been, when I used to do business travel, I traveled to all these little nooks and crannies of the United States. Not, I'd go fly into the main cities and then take a small plane or a rental car out to places. And I had never been to Quartzsite, Arizona. Got to tell you, one of the more interesting places I've ever been to in my life. It is fascinating to me.
I'll say I love Arizona. I mean, it's like California. It is a different place in all four corners,
Yep.
I just flew back from there today. I was in Arizona for the week.
Arizona's amazing.
It's perfect weather. In fact, it rained yesterday, and I was having lunch at this overlooking the golf course. And my dad started pouring rain while we were outside. We're under umbrella, and the sun was just kind of hitting at this perfect angle, and out popped a double rainbow. It was like so beautiful. You know what I mean? So beautiful.
Did you cry?
We're both crying.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'll see that rainbow and I'm like, there goes the dome.
Double rainbow.
Yeah. Hey, so how are the kitties? How's Agnes? I forget this one's name.
This one's Pixie right here.
Pixie. Okay.
Aww.
That's right. How are the babies?
They're good.
She's look at her. She's just so happy.
Yeah, I can't have cats because of the birds of prey, but it happens.
And
When the birds are bigger than the cats, you got to work. You got to be careful. All right, we have Repair Bear in the back room. Repair Bear, nod if you are ready. I know you're smoking. All right, he's ready.
He's getting ready for the show.
Let's do this. Hey, nice back.
Does it work?
Backdrop. You doing a video? What's happening there?
No, why? What's going on here?
I don't know.
You're on.
You're on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all I'm seeing is okay, cool. I guess that works. I don't have it in the background, so I'm not.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I can see you. I can hear you.
Number one question is, Mark, why don't you ever fucking call me? Okay, I call you all the time. You never call me.
I'm a little busy.
How am I supposed to be your Illuminati handler if you don't ever call me?
Wow.
All right.
And the founder of Flat Earth. Wait, explain that one.
I'm the founder of Flat Earth. I'm the first one that ever figured it out.
Yep.
Oh, really? Please tell us. Grace us with your presence.
That kind of brings me to my point, because Mark literally is one of them. Mark, Eric Dubé, whoever you want to say, back in 2014, 2015, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of trying to be quiet, but because I don't want to start talking loud and getting my wife to wake up and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Here's
are you up in Anacortes right now?
No, I'm Everett. I'm 20 miles south of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Lake Stevens, brother. Why don't you come on down and have a barbecue, and I'll do your dents for free. Anyway, what I do is I take out dents out of cars. I repair car dents. So that's why when I said, hey, make me a bear, Owen, he goes, my name was Peterson Dent Repair on YouTube, because that's my YouTube channel. It's a fucking dent repair channel. Don't worry about it. It's only 17,000. Don't go and subscribe. Don't worry about it. But that's what I do. And he looked at my name and goes, okay, you're Repair Bear. And I watched Owen from day 7 until day 1880, right?
Yeah.
In one of those days, arrogant dude Eric gets on and goes, hey, Owen, the earth is flat, and flat smacks him. And then he finds out, and we all know. And if you don't know, look up The Awakening of Owen Benjamin. So that happened.
I remember those days. I was watching all those episodes.
Oh yeah,
that was
you
great.
were there. NDB was there. You know, I mean, half the people in chat were there. And it's like, I saw that happen when I saw Owen go to the conference. I was like, oh shit, I have to do the math, right? So 24,901 miles, 8 inches per mile squared. You do the math and you go, that doesn't work. And you find out. So I've been with my quote unquote girlfriend that we fake our life for 10 years. And I found out 6 years ago about the earth. So for 6 years, I've been trying to say, and I'm just the crazy flat earther around everybody. You know, it's just like they just look at me and go, oh, you're crazy. Just like DJ's life. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh, you're just a lunatic or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they know I'm very smart. They know I know all these facts. They know I know about Captain Cook, and they know I know about Antarctica. They know I know about Google Earth. They know about torsion fields and physics, and you know what I'm saying? So
yep,
sure.
It's not like I can convince them that they've been lied to. It's that barrier. So here's the thing, guys. If you're talking about 10, 11 years, Mark, and I'm not slamming you, brother, because you're doing every single thing you can possibly do. Mark has, guys, hello, strange world. Mark has been doing this for 7 years, every single week. Where have you been? Right? And so here's the thing. For 6.5 years, since I found out, every single customer I talk to, I flat smack. I fucking flat smack the shit out of them.
How? What do you say?
Here's my rundown.
What's your pitch?
Here's my pitch. I got a 5-minute pitch. I brought it down to like 2 minutes. If somebody's only got 1 minute, I can do it in 1 minute.
Oh, give us the 1 minute pitch.
Here's the 1 minute pitch. I'm like, did you know that there's a continent in the North Pole? It's called Hyperborea Europa, technically. I flip out my phone and I show him a continental map of it made by Gerardus Mercator, the most famous map maker in history. And I go, look, it says there's pygmies down there. There's 4 quarters of the earth. There's 4 corners of the earth. One of them has 7 heads. That's the Tigris, the Euphrates, the Hiddekel, and the Pihon. The Black Rock in the center of the Vanguard. Hey, did you know that the 2 biggest companies are called BlackRock and Vanguard? And then they just go, holy shit. And I go, hey, right there, I transition into the United Nations, the World Health Organization, the U.S. Marines, and the National Oceanic Administration of Buoys. They all have the same logo. And that logo is a flat earth map. Do you know what the word logos means? And then they go, what? And I go, the word logos means truth. My logos is Jesus Christ. Their logos is a flat earth map. That's pretty fucked up, isn't it? And they go, whoa. And I go, so wouldn't it be funny if you've been lied to about everything and the devil's actually the prince of music? And we found out levitation from Beatles' Wings, and the biggest band in the world was the Beatles, and Paul McCartney's band was Wings. And the Beatles say, we all live in a yellow submarine. And Wings says, the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, but the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. So what if they're just telling us the truth about the land of the ice and snow and the midnight sun and the hot springs flow, which is the houses of the holy, which is that album? And if you look up those lyrics, you'll find out that they're talking about Valhalla, the Garden of Eden, which is written about in the Bible. And then they go, holy shit. Right? Because literally that's all you need to say. You don't, and by the way, I never said flat earth one time. I never said the earth was flat one time.
And what are they like?
I
They're like,
figured
okay,
out.
you
You don't
like,
say flat
thank
earth
you.
to somebody.
They just go, I'm here to pick up my car. It looks great. And they just drive off. But you planted like 50
I know. But
seeds
the
in a
thing
minute.
is, when they say, no, I'm a high school teacher. And I go, oh, well, wouldn't it be weird if you were actually a terrorist? And they go, what? And I go, no, like, definition of the word terrorism is to slow or stunt something's growth, or to tell them a lie or to deceive them and to incarcerate them for a false promise. Like, wouldn't it be sad if you were like actually just trying to be a good teacher, but you were indoctrinating them with a lie from the devil? And they go, holy shit. So the thing is, here's where
kamikaze bomb these people. That's amazing.
No, I do that every single day, and I'm about ready to stop doing it because here's the thing, DJ. You can only go so far with friends and family and neighbors before.
Right. Like Mark says, we can't watch the bomb explode. We got to just let it.
No, I want to see the fire, dude. I want to see the fire when it explodes.
Yeah, you're just
I
like,
want to see the match.
You're hitting
light.
detonate.
Because you know why, guys? I love seeing that light bulb go off when somebody, like I said in chat earlier, when I said to a customer yesterday, hey, you can't have a flame in a vacuum. Have you ever
it's
seen
like flat earth Tourette's?
You can't have a flame in a vacuum. And then their brain instantly just cracks and goes, oh shit, that means the moon landing's fake. Oh shit, that means all space is fake. Oh shit. And they're looking at me and I'm going, space is fake, bro. I'm sorry you've been lied to. And here's the thing though, guys. We've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
So what is going to change it? I'll tell you what's
I've got a few ideas.
No, I've got one too, Mark, and you're not doing yours. That's why you're fucked, because you're not doing your idea. You've got millions of dollars and your ideas, but you sit on an island and don't do it. I'm your best friend. Come over here and fly helicopters with me. I've got a little remote control helicopter, and then we can go do your idea. But here's the idea. Let's go to school conferences where it's a parent-teacher conference. And you sit down with the school teacher and you say, I don't want you to teach my son a lie or my daughter a lie, right? Like, I don't want you to lie to my children. And they'll be like, what do you mean? Well, then you flat smack them. Then you go, a Nikon P1000 can see 100 miles away.
And
you have an excuse.
And then you get a restraining order at that point.
Well, but if 1,000 people did that in the same city, you wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? If we had 377 people in chat and they all went and did that tomorrow, it would make news. It's Alex Stein. You know what I'm saying? It's like Alex Stein was the biggest flat earther ever. He was the conspiracy castle. He was the castle with the asshole. He was the guy who was on a blimp.
Yep.
Now he's a sellout.
Yep.
You know
why
what
do you
I
think
mean?
that happened?
Because he never talks about flat Earth. And by the way, guys, if you want to really know the truth about flat Earth, you need to know the truth about the Bible. And I'm not trying to be a thumper. I'm saying DJ's right. Anybody who wrote the Bible is right. And the Bible is right. So it's not a thump. It's like,
Hey,
You're
man,
like
I hate to do this to you, Ben, but it is a call-in show.
I know. Get somebody else on.
All right,
Hey.
all right. But thank you for all that. So, nope.
Well, hey, he brought up an interesting point. While we have Steph, I want to ask him before we get to the next person. Okay, that was a lot. Damn, that was like Flat Earth E Honda from Street Fighter, just going at it with the bombs, which, you know, I appreciate because that's pretty funny. His customers are just like, okay, we'll just get us out of here. But no, pretty cool. But Steph, do you think, like, how much weight do you put into the lyrics of those bands kind of revealing the truth? Does that seem like a likely thing that you've picked up on too over the years, just hearing lyrics and being involved in music?
Steph's thinking about it. Oh, wait, he can't hear us, can he? He's having problems with the audio.
I can hear you now.
Oh, good. There you are.
Oh, you can hear us now. Did you hear what I said or no?
I don't know what was going on before, but now I can hear you.
Did you put faith in? I mean, were you kind of picking up on some of the bands that were mentioning, talking about conspiracies? I honestly, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? Spaces, fake is made in a Hollywood basement. Did you hear that early on, or that just came later?
I didn't hear it as far as in the music when the music was being presented. I heard that in all the Flat Earth videos when they were explaining. I was like, how did I not hear that?
Yeah, was that blowing your mind?
But easy. I never listened to lyrics that close. So
yeah, me too. I'm a rhythm melody guy. I'm terrible unless the lyrics are really well enunciated. I'm
rhythm melody. I love drums, bass, guitar in that order.
That's like me too. I think more women hear the lyrics is what they're always listening to the lyrics.
Yeah, so you cut out again. So I don't know if you can hear me, but I don't know why it cuts in and cut where I can hear you and I can't.
That's odd.
Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Nothing's showing up on this side. I hear DJ fine. I hear you fine. Well, hopefully, we don't have that much left. If it keeps going, let me know.
No, I can hear you right now.
Okay. What was the other song that really caught me?
He was bringing up the Beatles about
the Beatles.
Everyone seeing the Earth spinning round. What's the lyric? Was that the Beatles?
Yeah, but the Fool on the Hill.
Sees the sun going down, but
yeah,
something about the Earth spinning round. I don't.
The one I like better than that, I'm really surprised it isn't brought up more. I mean, because it's so obvious, is REM Man on the Moon.
Are you talking to someone, Mark?
Yes.
Oh no, Steph can't hear.
Who are you talking to? Just
I'm talking to both of you.
Okay. I was like, man, what is going on?
Well, they could be messing with us. Do you want to reboot really fast? You'll have time.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Hopefully it won't keep going. But as you know, would not surprise me. Things have happened, recently. DJ knows what I'm talking about. It wouldn't surprise me if Karen, by the way, on her Monday streams, she gets clipped all the time where all of a sudden her stream drops or YouTube doesn't post, or I've seen her really struggle, and she's a tech person. So
yeah.
Anyhow. REM though, the Man on the Moon, if you believe, we put a man on the moon, Man on the Moon, that's and they don't really go into they don't really talk about conspiracies in interviews that much, but come on, it's got to be what that song's about.
I mean, it's a question in the song, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, right? And it should be a big one. It's been out there for a long time, and you knew you were doing some things not at your best level when people were questioning the moon stuff right after you stopped. As soon as you shut down in 72, it's like there's already people out there way before the internet, talking about I don't think so. And then others. And the problem was there was no truth convention you could go to. You'd have to go to like a UFO convention and set up a table and point out all these things like the moon mission's wrong. And you didn't get that much traction because people were there for the UFOs. But anyway, what else you got on your thing, DJ?
Oh, I was just thinking of music. There's this new Foster the People song that came out called Lost
I
in
don't hear
Space.
DJ's mic.
Is he still dropping off?
He can't hear me, but
I mean, I see his mouth moving, but I don't hear him.
Oh, do you want to tell you what, DJ, go here. I'll kick you backstage and then we'll bring you back in. How's that?
Okay, go ahead.
Hang on 1 second. Let me
Bye.
I'm gonna remove DJ from the stage and we will add him back in. How about now?
Let's see. Did that do anything, guys? I think the chat can hear me okay, so
Jack can hear him. But Steph's staring at us.
well, no worries. Why don't you take somebody and let them talk to Steph if they want to say hi?
Okay. We'll it could be because we were bringing people in. All right. Anybody in chat, if you don't have the link already, let's put that back in there. So if you want to talk to us real fast, chat, there is the link. All you have to do is click on it. You don't have to come in on video if you don't want to. If you got any questions, or if you could always type them into chat. Did you look through the chat, see if you had questions? If anybody had questions? Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. Mark can take me to the res for some slots I'll buy. Oh, good Lord. Well, you and I are just going to have to keep talking.
Or you can talk to Steph.
Steph, you can hear me, right? Nope. Steph can't hear me. Nope. Repair Bear, we're not bringing you back in. No. Nope. Gotta let somebody else.
He was
come
funny
in.
though. I did like his. I want to hear his 2-minute elevator.
You do not.
One time. I do in the future.
Okay. Yeah. Not tonight.
We'll give him some time to catch his breath. But I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, it was pretty funny. Anybody that goes to a client and all of a sudden says, "Hey, did you know that flames don't work in a vacuum?" It's like, what?
But I love how he thinks they're just getting it so fast, and they maybe some of them are, but there's also the people out there just like, wait, what are you saying? Like, you just sound crazy, which is just too funny.
Right. Hey, Michael, are you there? You know, these sound things didn't happen until we brought in that fourth person. Maybe it's just a fourth person thing.
But I love how he thinks they're just getting it so fast.
I gotta turn off the podcast, man. Michael,
just like, wait, what are you
Michael,
saying?
it's just like radio. You gotta turn off the podcast.
Too funny.
Right.
Hey, Michael, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You said for the last couple minutes.
Maybe it's just data.
Okay, now Michael,
I'm here.
yeah, you got to turn off the podcast.
I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna give him a second. You got okay, Michael. I will bring you back in, but you've got the podcast has to be turned off. Okay, it's just like radio. You got to turn your radio down.
Forgive us, people. We really don't have a budget. And what did you say about you having millions of dollars? Did that just go over everybody's head?
What? What? I made a lot of commissions.
That's news to me.
What? Believe me, I'm not doing that well. Once the Epstein thing shut down, most of my commissions just dried up immediately. Hey, I'm going to knock Stefan off. I'm going to bring him back in. Okay. So
okay.
we're gonna remove him, and then we're gonna bring him back in. And I don't know. Sound's still not there for Stefan yet.
Well, damn.
What is weird? All right, we're gonna bring in Michael. Maybe he can hear Michael. Michael, are you there?
Maybe his earbuds died.
Yeah, it could have been that. Yeah, change it from earbuds to lap. Oh crap! Can you type that into the thing for him? Change it to laptop top speaker. Maybe that's it. Michael, can you say anything? Oh, you're killing me. He's killing me.
Where's our budget for this?
Well, this is not our
show. Why do you keep booking me for this chicken shit?
We never have problems.
Top speaker. Maybe that's it. Michael, can you say
Oh, for the love of God. Okay.
Steph's gonna be like, why do you book me for these chicken shit gigs?
No, Steph knows. Steph's been on with us for
oh, I know. He's so cool and chill.
This is his like 9th time on the show.
He's so
Stephen Carpenter from the Deftones, and we are watching him and he cannot hear us. So private chat. Steph says try now. Try laptop speaker. Maybe headphones died. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. It didn't start happening until we brought in that last person, or until we brought in Repair Bear. So Repair Bear, you can take the blame for this. You screwed up. Don't know how you did it. Obviously, some sort of agent. Maybe headphones died. Yes, headphones did die. Says stuff. Huh. Okay. And he's gonna reboot, which he probably should have done a while ago.
Whoa, this is very like Ashley Simpson tested jig off stage. Thanks for being here, guys. Don't forget we have the Strange Lounge coming up after the show.
Yeah, which will be way better because that's going to be DJ's connection. Actually, my connection should be bulletproof, but that's fine. So DJ, while we wait for Steph to come back, Steph to come back in. There he is. Okay, let's try this. All right, let's try it again.
Tech was failing me. That my little earbuds were just crushing me.
They passed out.
Yeah,
They passed out
I never go wireless. I don't use wireless really for anything.
You know, my fail was I thought they were charged, and apparently they were not.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, all good. It worked out. Made it funny. Bloopers.
Yeah, again,
My apologies, everybody. My apologies.
Nope. At one point, I thought it was me. It's like, wait, am I doing something wrong? It's like, no. I mean, StreamYard is, again, if Alex Lowry can use StreamYard, then we can definitely use StreamYard.
You know what it is I had it on speaker the whole time, but I forgot that I had my earbud in that was already deceased, and so the phone kept trying to go back to it. It was going back and forth, and it was. Every time it would go to it, there'd be nothing there because it was trying to connect to it and it was cutting out the speaker. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can possibly imagine it being.
No worries.
But sorry for all that wasted time. My bad.
No. It was
fine. We used to have a lot more sound problems. Remember, even you were like, guys, you're killing me with the beginning of the show.
Oh,
just
yeah.
having the echo for
the echoes in the early days were crushing.
Because the echoes were delayed because we had that 8-second delay with chat.
Hey, you know what though? That was like right when you took back over the stream, and you know it took you like a few episodes, but you got up and going, and it's been going strong ever since.
Thank you. Eventually, though, what happened was I could only go so far. Karen gave me all sorts of tips with OBS and what to do. It was so flexible. But I remember one night, DJ. I was resizing his window because the windows weren't standard size. Right. And I was resizing his window every 2 minutes and manually and trying to do that and talk to people and do stuff. And it was like, you know what? And then again, I knew it was bad when Alex Lowry came to me in the back chat. He goes, you know, man, he goes, I'm half drunk when I do streams, and StreamYard is absolutely bulletproof. I go, you know what? I'm using it. You sold me. And I picked it up in like an hour. And had it. So no worries. Who wants to say no? Repair Bear. No, you don't get to go on and say hi to Stefan.
Could Steph hear him? Did you hear his whole like elevator?
Yeah, and yeah, no, I could hear. That was the crazy part. I could hear his part, but I couldn't hear anything you guys were saying. I was like,
we weren't
this
saying
is weird.
Much. No, you didn't miss much. We weren't saying a lot because he was firing off a series of, and I know I can see you back there, Repair Bear. I'm not going to slam you, but.
Hi, Repair Bear.
What the you cracked me up. I loved it.
His 2-minute drill. If I was just an average customer, I think I would be terrified. I would be like, no. At the end of it, I'd be like, I'd whisper to the wife or whoever's next to me. It's like, no sudden movements. Okay, we're just gonna get into the car, nice and slow.
They're like, but he does such great work. Look, there's no more dents.
Hey.
We got, he's
really great. No, here. No, keep the change. No, seriously. Yeah, we don't need change. Totally fine. Right, fine.
The car.
Well, we've talked about this before on previous episodes, but I'll say it again. I mean, the conversation is fun if you're talking with somebody who's interested. Right. If you're not, it won't matter how many facts you drop. It really won't. You could talk about, you could tell them every single drop of information, it will not matter.
Right. No, it won't. Yeah. And sometimes it does. I was telling DJ, I had a wonderful discussion with a astronomy professor out in New Hampshire today, where the students set up a debate for me and him. And I went in blind, and he was the nicest guy. and he was open, and he got to the point where I could tell he's like, look, it's the science I'm into. I'm trained in this. It's the answer I have to go with. It is my life, despite the arguments, and I understood it. But he also was kind of a conspiracy guy in a way. You can't, kind of like what DJ was saying earlier. Nowadays, especially, you cannot escape the entire conspiracy series of rabbit holes. You can't.
People that don't actually, believe in flat Earth, they will always cite the experiment that was done. And it's like, oh, well, the flat earthers did their own experiment. And then they ended up proving that the earth was not flat. And I was like, I don't think that's what happened.
Right. Like the laser experiment with Jaron?
Yeah, I think that's the one everybody likes to cite. I'm like, I don't think that was the case, guys. I think you guys only saw part of the story.
And they want, it was the narrative that the director and the producers wanted to tell, and they told it well. Again, I sat with studio audiences, and I remember when Patricia and I came out of the one in Toronto, for example, and I asked them, I go, what'd you think of the ending? It's like, oh yeah, the ending was funny. I go, do you know what happened? No. I go, then how'd you know it's funny? It's like, well, other people were laughing, and it seemed like it was derogatory towards you. So I go, do you even know what the experiment was? It's like, no. It's like, that's what I thought. They were just going along with the narrative told them to laugh. It was almost like a sitcom in that regard, where it's like, okay, this is the point where you laugh. And in fact, if they could have added a laugh track, they would have. And DJ's seen it, by the way, with AI, where when we put in flat Earth stuff into AI, it's surprising how many times when the word flat Earth is said in AI, without a prompt, it will add a subtle laugh track behind the scenes.
Sure.
Like,
shut up. That's
shut up. Yeah, the magician. I didn't tell the magician to be gay, and then when the magician said his line, there was an automatic laugh that was tied to it. I didn't type that in. It just put it in. So
it works so perfect. Hey, Bill Keith is asking a question. He goes, hey, ask Mark about Amazon Prime editing the original ending. There are weeds in the way. Roll credits.
There are weeds in the way. You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
Amazon Prime editing the original ending of "There Are Weeds in the Way."
You give me more details than that, Bill. I need more. I know you're really good. You have a memory like a steel trap. I need more than that, because I don't know if I've ever watched that. So we traded emails about this. How long ago? There are weeds in the way. Okay, what movie? Give me more. Give me something. Anything. Anyway, let's see. Mark Sargent, has Steph ever heard of a punk band named National Product? My cousin was the lead singer, and he got to fill in for the lead singer of the band Pennywise once. Heard of either of those?
No, I'm not familiar, but it doesn't mean I never heard. I just as you're asking right now, it's not ringing a bell.
Sorry. Any other questions you guys want to type into? Oh wait, Rick Hummer's back there. Rick, did you want to? Rick, wave at the camera. Did you want to say hi to Stefan really fast? You want to nod if you want to say hi to Stefan, Rick. Okay, yeah, okay. We're bringing Rick Hummer. Will probably be our last one for the evening then. Okay,
all right,
Rick Hummer. Rick Hummer, MC of many a flat Earth conference. What's happening?
Hey, what's happening, Rick?
What's up, happening, Steph? Hey, what's up, DJ? What's up, Mark? Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it just seemed like I was just here. It's like deja vu. One of the questions I have for you, Steph, is when you're with other talented folks who are like-minded, what is the struggle that they have as far as what was their biggest hurdle of trying to figure this out? And I'm talking about from the talent pool. I mean, I don't know how many friends you have that are, into this or not.
Yeah, I'm on a lone island by myself for the most part.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy. I just thought because I've known quite a few people in the business, in the industry, and a lot of them are awake to this now, in the last 5 years, especially. I think the Chinese cooties woke a lot of people up.
I think in my immediate circle, I think some people, they might have, questions, but I think they kind of keep that to themselves. It's a little more guarded. I don't know. I mean, no one really ever put it to me like, oh, hey, yeah. But, there are others that, they definitely recognize they've been lied to about a lot of things, and it lends themselves to be more inclined to at least entertain the question. They're not actually believing that it's real more than they're like, well, all this other shit's bullshit. Why not?
Exactly. Well, that's just it. I didn't know if you had no band members, nobody on the road with you at all. So you got
No, I mean, like I got friends like that are in the crew that we will have those conversations, but not really with the group. No, they're not really interested.
So this is your
They'll be more inclined to laugh at me, but not like laugh at me like oh, this guy's an idiot, but to them it's a funny conversation.
So this is we're your support group then.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Steph. Welcome.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I mean, like I said, it's and it's to your question. It's nice to have conversation with those who understand the topic. That no one that really has these talks is all in agreement. Like everybody knows what this is. They just all know what it's not, and that's really kind of what the conversation is almost always in the form of questions. Well, what about this? What about that? It's always questions. We're all questioning everything. Nobody really, really knows anything. They just know that as we were told, not the story.
Yeah.
Just like with Behind the Curve, let's circle back to that because it got brought up by like Steph and Mark.
Okay, what he was talking about was the weeds blocking the laser, which the end of the movie and Behind the Curve where they raised up, but that didn't matter at all because we all know that several months later, Jaron, because he caught so much hell for it, they were relentless to Jaron, that he actually drives out to the site during the daytime, does a live stream out there, and then tells people while he's doing the live stream, hey, this is the first time I've been out here during the daylight. I'm going, oh God. And he realized while he was out there, he didn't have line of sight to begin with. And it's like, why'd you do it out there? It's like, well, Google Maps said it was mostly flat. It's like,
what an ironic fact in hindsight.
But I mean,
it's so weird.
Mostly flat isn't totally flat. It's like, really, you couldn't drive out to the salt flats. You had and I get it. You didn't know the documentary was going to do anything, so you did what you could. But that was the best place you could find. No other place. I mean, come on, you're in California, Northern California. There isn't a body of water anywhere around you could shoot across. No.
So let me get this right then. In the movie, when Jaron says, or somebody else said they didn't have line of sight, raised the light and they moved it, they edited that out and just made it look like the flat earthers had failed their own experiment. Is that what happened?
More or less, yes. But not that it mattered anyway, because by the time you got to then, remember, that was the very end of the movie. So it was 100 minutes in, and most people were absolutely just steamrolled at that point. They were just glossed over. They didn't even know what to think. They were just hoping, they were looking for an off-ramp, looking for some sort of ending to this. And it's like, oh, good. The flat earthers, I think they screwed up. That's great. We can go now. So, yeah, it
made a lot of people think flat earth looked stupid. So that's why you get so much shit for it, because you were in a hit piece that you didn't realize was a hit piece, unless if you're,
Oh, no. I knew it was a hit piece, but I didn't know that they didn't think it was going to turn into a complete hit piece but I still think it worked as far as the general audience, because it wasn't a propaganda piece. The hit piece meant more eyeballs were going to be on it.
Got
and
it.
It worked.
Okay.
I mean,
you knew all along. That's interesting.
I had two high schools today that contacted me because the Behind the Curve is now on the syllabus of many high school and universities in this country and Canada, because it's Netflix endorsed, and there's nothing politically incorrect about it, and so they teach it to kids.
Well, you're absolutely right. It opens up so many more conversations about flat earth. And even though the documentary makes it look stupid, now we know how hard they're willing to go to make flat earth look stupid. That's where it's like, damn, you get actually, more accolades in my book because you did Behind the Curve. You were able to look dumb. And now we know you can't make the truth look dumb no matter how hard you try. You can try, but in the end, the truth is going to keep pushing out.
Right. And it did, again, if they wanted to shut it down, for whatever reason, they let it get out. The producers said, we're never going to get into film festivals. And they got into every film festival they applied to. And it's like, well, it's never going to get bought. And it was picked up by everybody. to where, you know, that one thing, I know we're running out of time, but I mentioned this. I had so much fun sending to the producer. There was this like a Houston Chronicle or whatever, and it's like movies to watch this summer in the theaters. A Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, and then documentaries, Behind the Curve, right next to each other. It's like, sweet. I will take it. We won no awards, but we were always in the top 10 of every film festival we did. So good for us.
I just want to know if it's true that there are a bunch of flat Earth musicians that have been secretly talking about putting together the Flat Earth musical.
I've never had that conversation.
I heard, Steph. I heard you were leading it. I heard.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally. I can't wait. That's gonna be dope.
Dude, I would love it. Dude, could you imagine if you took everybody that can play an instrument and put them together and sing and everything else and put together
like a We Are the World, but with Flat Earth.
A real musical, man.
I'm thinking more like Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping
with
down
metal. With metal, huh?
Like an actual full-blown musical.
Yes.
I'll tell you guys, I see everything through the prism of 80-20. It's either 80% of people see and know this or 20. It's one of the two. And I'm going to lean on the 80 because it seems far more common than it doesn't.
I
agree.
I am hoping that a mainstream project comes soon. I've got high hopes that a mainstream project will come soon, and if it does, then we're there. I just feel it. I think we're overdue. I think this is the big year for it. And if you believe in signs, I think the Emma Stone thing at the end of her movie was one of them, which is that what I love. And we'll run just a minute or two over, because then we're going over. Go ahead and paste your Strange Lounge thing if you want, DJ.
Okay.
Which is the great thing about Flat Earth that I love so much is because people will say, well, you know, did you talk to this person or this person? This person. I know I don't have to. When the light comes on in Flat Earth, one of the side effects is you almost know instinctively what to do, which is I need to spread the word, you know, it's like, and talk to people about it. And they do. You know, again, Kyrie Irving didn't have to talk at the All-Star game with LeBron James while the cameras were rolling. That's a dumb move, and yet he did it. Shaq didn't have to talk about it during his podcast. And Emma Stone certainly didn't have to put in a flat Earth model at the end of her movie. Absolutely didn't have to do it. And people are like, did you talk to Emma? Like, no, I didn't have to. But that's just it. We don't have to. It's not like we have meetings. It's like, well, okay, here's what you're going to do here. We don't have the big X-Files meetings. It just people know what they do. They're compelled to do it one way or the other.
I'm with Steph, though, on that number, because I think there's a lot more people that see through it and understand that, yeah, you're right. That doesn't make sense. Water is a natural level. And they're afraid of the vitriol and the just the static that can come with the label. I think they've seen so many people go through it that's why they're afraid to. But I'm with you, Steph. I think a lot more people are aware of this than what we realize.
I feel like it's far more common than it's not.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like a need to have to like, hey, did you know? And they're like, nah, I knew. You're like, oh, okay. Shit, fucking hey. Excuse me.
That's funny.
Yeah, if you haven't been exposed to it in the last decade, then something you've been in the wrong place, because we are out there everywhere now. Everybody's got an opinion on it. We live rent free in the minds of Hollywood. Hey, we unfortunately got to wrap this up because we're gonna do Strange Lounge with DJ's thing. So
thanks for letting me jump on, guys. I just wanted to say, hey, Steph, nice
musical sounds like a great idea.
Rick, we'll catch up this weekend.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
May have some things
you too,
to talk
brother.
about.
Good to see you, Rick. Come join us in the Strange Lounge if you want.
I will try, dude. I'm so tired right now. I was actually, we had tornadoes rip through here tonight around us. I'm out in the Midwest, so it's like they just had another tornado watch come on just now. I'm looking at the screen while I'm watching.
Glad you made it. Glad you were safe. I'm pretty sure they killed Peanut, but we'll figure that out next week.
Anyway,
where are you at?
I'm
Rick?
in northern Indiana.
Okay, so I'm in LA, right? So let's see, it's Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. So Saturday, I want to say Saturday, Sunday, we had mad crazy wind over the weekend. How long does it take for that wind to reach you guys? You know what I'm saying?
Depends if there's a governor on the U-Haul.
Man,
It's
it's amazing how I watch all our weather. I look at our
It
weather and
came
I'm
that
going,
way, though.
I'm
You're
seeing
right.
your guys' weather before it gets to you.
But that you're right. It's actually coming. It came across like that. It came out of the southwest.
Yeah, no, it always does.
Yeah, there's a definite band, dude. If you look at the national map right now, it's a crazy looking band that's ripping through the Midwest. It's like I don't know. It's almost like a line, you know.
Yeah, we're on a weather roller coaster out here right now. We literally went like when it was freezing cold all winter, then we had some random heat wave, then it was cold again, and now this last weekend it was like it was just 95 or 90, like literally not even a day or two ago.
Yeah.
And now it's cold again, but it's gonna be hot this weekend again.
Dude, it was almost. I think we hit 70 today. Okay, and we're gonna get snow. So there's a 40-degree difference coming in 2 days.
Yeah,
Again.
we do the 30-degree, 40-degree swing on the reg out here. I'm like, what is this?
Are you in Southern Cal?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hear you say that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That's weird. That is weird weather, though. It didn't used to be that way.
No, that's the only reason why I mentioned it. I'm like, look, it's just not normal, and I guess normal is not for. I recognize normal is not forever. You know what I mean? That would normal is not normal. So.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Who knows?
Hey guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can I end the show?
Yeah.
As much as I'm preaching, it's talking about weather. We gotta kick over to DJ's thing.
It's all good.
All right.
Yeah, wrap it
Everywhere
up.
you go.
See you guys.
always
See you,
note the weather.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Mark.
Rick.
Yeah.
See you.
All right. All right. We are going to be here next week for 568. Thank you, Stephen Carpenter. You got any parting shots before we let you go?
Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all watching. It's always a great time coming here. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for having me as always. And I look forward to the next time.
Right on. Appreciate you.
All right. Yeah. And feel free to join us in the Strange Lounge if you want. If you have time or whatever, if you feel like it, I'll post the link in the private chat.
I won't tonight, but I most definitely will be at some point.
There
Okay.
you go. That sounds good.
We will be here next week. Same flat time, same flat channel. Say goodnight, Steph.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, DJ.
Good night, Strange World. Don't forget to hit that button and subscribe. If you have any kind of questions, comments, feedback for Strange World, email me, djcuriousstrangeworld@gmail.com, and meet us in the Strange Lounge. I will post the link now. And stay strange, stay strong, stay curious.
Right on. And we will end, of course, with Alex Lowry. You can jump off whenever you want, Steph. We're gonna get out of here pretty quick. And yeah, see you guys soon.
Good night, chat. Come join us in the after party.
How well we loved is how long our lovers stay. as it's ever been. Wound up chasing stars all over again.
I saw that.
There's words for what you got, what you have, and what you'll ever need. There's love so many nights, so many nights, so many ways to believe.
Paige needs to get into her PJs with her cup of cocoa and her 6 marshmallows. Night, Mark.
Night.
Aw.
Karen.
Where
Is
were
Karen
you?
on tonight?
I think Karen, you're late.
Mike Jack. Jack.
You realize it's the same link every week. It never changes.
Yeah, I know. I should paste it somewhere, I think.
And if you made it this far,
cartoons.